Thank you, brother Chua. Okay, recording has started. I've also started recording myself. All right, thank you, brother Chua. All right, good evening and welcome everyone to our online tutorial. This is the English study group for the English paper of the Malaysian Buddhist examination. There are other study groups or tutorials for the Mandarin paper of the Malaysian Buddhist examination. And if you have friends or you have students or family members or anyone you know who is taking the Mandarin paper of the Malaysian Buddhist examination, feel free to sign up for that as well. The Mandarin study group. You can talk to brother Zhihua. So Zhihua, you want to say hi to everyone? Yeah. So Zhihua is from YBAM, Young Buddhist Association of Malaysia, KL and Selangor State Liaison Committee. So do take note of that. All right, it's very, very good to see all of you here. I see some familiar faces from last year as well. So I can see Sister Mary Ann. So last year she joined us. I can see Sister Erlina Ong. Hello, welcome back. Okay, so welcome back to this year. All right, good. Yes, so let's begin soon. Give me about 1 minute. Yeah, give me about 1 minute to share my slides and share my screen. Okay, I am good to go. All right, good. That is, let me share my screen and we can begin the tutorial. Okay, are you able to see my screen, Zhihua?
Yes.
Okay, now you can see it. Thank you. All right, brothers and sisters, Namo Buddhaya. Welcome to our online tutorial. And this is to prepare students for the Malaysian Buddhist examination. However, if you are not signing up or registering for the examination, if you're not joining, if you're not a candidate in the examination this year, that's fine. You might want to consider becoming a candidate for the examination next year. All right. And even if you're just here to learn about the basics of Buddhist knowledge, that's fine. Please feel free to invite your friends as well to join in. That's no problem. So if you're, but just to let you all know that the format and the structure of the tutorial will be specifically to prepare students for the examination. Of course, you can feel free to join in even if you're not a candidate for the examination. All right. This online tutorial is brought to you by a collaboration between the youth arm of the Theravāda Buddhist Council of Malaysia and the Young Buddhist Association of Malaysia. So two organizations are collaborating to bring you this tutorial. Yes. So from my side, my name is Wei Ken. I am from the Putra Buddhist Society Youth Fellowship. I also serve as one of the youth leaders in MYTTA. MYTTA is the youth arm of the TBCM organization, the Theravāda Buddhist Council of Malaysia. And we have brother Zhihua here. He is from the YBAM, Young Buddhist Association of Malaysia, KL and Selangor State Liaison Committee. So you have both our numbers. Both of us are in the WhatsApp group. So please reach out to us if you have any questions about past year papers, about the examination format. The WhatsApp group is available for everyone to ask questions about this examination. Okay, we're very happy to help you. And it's not just the two of us. There are many Dhamma school teachers, Dhamma school students in the WhatsApp group. They could also help out. All right. Every one of you, you know the examination date, yeah? The date of the examination is the same every year. All right. Every year it falls on the same date. So it is on Merdeka Day, okay, 31st of August. All right, so please remember that date. Please remember to wake up on the date, on that day to take the examination. All right. So some of you might have taken the examination last year already, and you might be taking it again this year. That's great. So some of you might be moving up the stages, right? So we have got the preliminary stages, the junior stage, the senior stage, and the higher stage of the paper. So feel free to move up the level. And if you're not satisfied with the result, you can always, aim for a higher result next year. Okay, good. At any age, you can take the exam. So if you don't worry if you're too young or too old, yeah, you can take the examination. Okay, all right. So the Malaysian Buddhist examination, you've heard it. We have 4 stages: preliminary, junior, senior, and higher. So for the first 2 stages, our tutorial this year would be mainly focused on the first 2 stages. However, I would also be making notes for the senior and higher stages. All right. So if you are taking the senior and higher stages of the papers, feel free to you can just wait for my notes. Yeah. But I want to make it clear to all of you, whichever stage you're taking, don't just rely on our notes. Yeah. It is very helpful for you to do your own practice and do your own study. And all the textbooks for the examination are available online. All right. Good. We will also post the links to the resources in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so before we begin, let us pay homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. We will be chanting Namo Tassa and also the 3 refuges. Okay, all right. Brothers and sisters, let us calm our minds as we pay homage to our teacher. Let us pay homage to our teacher, the awakened and exalted one. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. To the Buddha, our teacher, to the Dhamma, his noble message, and to the Sangha, the protectors of the Lord's message, we go for refuge. We seek no other refuge. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, good. All right. Before we begin, I want to ask a simple question. What is the most important tip? What is the most important secret to succeeding in the Malaysian Buddhist examination? So I've also asked this question last year. All right, do you want to try to guess? You can unmute yourself and answer it, or you can type it in the Zoom chat. Okay, the chat box. What is the most important tip to succeed in the Malaysian Buddhist examination? Brother Chuan said internet speed. Okay, that's actually very, very relevant. So for your information, if you have taken the exam last year, you might have known a little bit about the Wi-Fi connection server issues, the server connection issues. Yeah, so last year, because they experienced a lot of candidates taking it online, then the server connection has some breakdown and some issues. So they very thankfully they extended the time for the examination. So that was what we encountered last year. Hopefully this year it gets better and it gets smoother. Hopefully, but just to let you guys know, this was one of the challenges we encountered last year. Those of you who were there last year, you would know. Earlier, you would know, right? The challenges with the internet connection. All right. Hopefully this year it gets better. All right. Any other answers? What is the most important tip? The tip for succeeding in the Malaysian Buddhist examination. Anyone? No one? Okay. Practice past year questions. All right. Sister Mary Ann was paying attention last year. Very good. Thank you. So the answer is practice past year questions. So whichever stage of paper you are taking for the examination, just take the past year questions and practice it. You can practice one set every day, and then you're good to go. And practice one set every day, you're good to go for the. You have about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks before. No, you have 2 weeks. Yeah, you have 2 weeks before the examination. Practice past year questions, and you will be good to go. All right, good. So let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, we have 50 plus participants here. That's good. Are you guys all ready for examination? Let me speak to, Erlina is shaking her head. How was your examination experience last year? Those who were there for last year, anyone? You can share. You can type in the chat lah if you want to share your experience last year. Was it a good experience? Was it a painful experience? I don't know. Okay. So I want to share a few links with you all. Let me just share the links to the website. Later on, we will share the links to the website. Yeah, but let me just share my screen now, and you can see what we have for the exam this year. Okay, are you able to see my screen? Not yet. Okay, now you can see it. Thank you. Okay, so this is the website of the Malaysian Buddhist Association, and they're one of the they're basically the Malaysian Buddhist Examination Syndicate Committee. Okay, so on their website you can actually get access to all the past year papers. You can get access to information about the Buddhist examination. All right, so we will share this link later on in the WhatsApp group, or Brother Zhihua can also share it in the Zoom chat box. Okay, so Sister Lai Hui Xuan says, last year try Chinese paper, this year challenge English paper. Very good. That is the attitude. All right, I admire your spirit. Okay, challenge yourself. All right, so you can get access to the information about the exam on this website, and you have the exam information, and you have the scope of exam, and you have the syllabus. All right, the curriculum for the examination. Okay, the scope of the subjects. All right. So let us take a look at all the syllabus at the moment. All right. So we've got the preliminary stage, the junior stage, the senior stage, and the higher stage. Okay. All right. Most of you would be taking the preliminary and junior papers. Only a few of you would be taking the senior and higher stages, because those are more those have a writing essay component. So that might scare away some people. But that's fine. Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask a question now, and all of you just answer in the Zoom chat box. Yeah. Which stage have you registered for? Which stage have you registered for? Junior, preliminary, junior, senior, or higher? If you did not register, you can also say, oh, I did not register for the exam. Okay, so I'll give you 1 minute to type your answer in the Zoom chat box so that you know which stage you're in. Okay, junior. Okay, many people are signing up for junior level. Oh, that's good. Okay, a few of you are challenging for the senior level. Okay, that's good. So I might want to prepare some notes for everyone. Okay, preliminary. Okay, very good. Okay. Okay, so that's good. That's a very good news. You all know the paper you're taking. Let's look at the examination scope. Yeah, the scope of the exam now. Yeah. All right. Let's first look at the preliminary paper. Okay, so preliminary stage, one paper of 1 hour duration, 40 multiple choice questions. So in 1 hour time, you need to answer 40 multiple choice questions. So A, B, C, D, you choose the answer. So the format is fairly straightforward. Okay, so just answer all the and 40 multiple choice questions plus 10 fill in the blank questions. All right, so you have 50 questions in total. So just answer all the questions. All right, okay. And then let's go to the junior stage. For the junior stage, you have got 55 multiple choice questions and 20 fill in the blank questions. All right, one paper, 1.5 hours duration. Also answer all the questions. Okay, now let's go to the senior stage. Yeah, for the senior stage, you have got objective type questions, multiple choice questions, 20 questions, answer all questions. And then you have 12 essay questions, but you only need to select 4 questions. Yeah, 4 out of 12 essay questions select, so you have to write 4 essays. All right, for the senior stage. All right, good. Now let's look at the syllabus, yeah, for the exam. For the preliminary stage, so you've got 3 major sections. Okay, 3 major sections of the syllabus. So the Buddha, you need to know the life of the Buddha from his birth to his enlightenment, and then you need to know a basic knowledge of the Dhamma and the Suttas. So Tisarana, the threefold refuge, Vandana, paying homage to the triple gem, Panchasila, the 5 precepts, and Dasa Kusala Kamma, the 10 meritorious actions. Okay, and finally, you need to know a few of the major disciples or most important disciples of the Buddha, Venerable Sariputta, Venerable Moggallana, Venerable Mahakassapa, Venerable Angulimala, Venerable Rahula, Venerable Ananda. Okay, so these are the important disciples of the Buddha. All right, so this is the preliminary stage syllabus. Okay, let's look at the junior stage syllabus. the junior stage syllabus, you can see my screen here. You need to know everything in the preliminary stage. You also need to know from his birth to his Mahaparinibbana. So the life of the Buddha from birth to enlightenment, and from enlightenment to Mahaparinibbana, all right, to his final passing away. Okay, and for the Dhamma component, you need to know the 8 precepts, so more than just the 5 precepts. You need to know the 10 perfections, Dasa Parami, okay, and you need to know the 4 noble truths, Chattari Arya Sachani. And finally, you need to know the Mangala Sutta, the 38 blessings in the Mangala Sutta. And in addition to the major disciples of the Buddha, you also need to know some of the major lay disciples, Upasaka, Upasika. All right, good. So that's the junior stage. And then finally, for the senior stage, all right, wait. Okay, so the senior stage, you need to know the life of the Buddha from the birth to Mahaparinibbana, but in detail. That means you need to write essays on the stories about the Buddha. All right, so some of the stories in his life, you need to be able to write about them. And then the history of Buddhism, the first 3 councils of Buddhism. All right. And then you need to be able to write essays on these aspects of the Buddha's teachings, the 4 noble truths, meritorious and demeritorious actions, karma and vipaka, pancha nivarana, the 5 hindrances, rebirth, and the Karaniya Metta Sutta. Okay, and you need to know some of the verses, selections from the Dhammapada. Okay, according to the book, The Way to the Buddha. So this is one of the textbooks, you can refer to that. Okay, and then you need to also be able to write stories, write essays on the lives and the teachings of the major disciples of the Buddha. All right, the Sangha, the Arahants, and the lay followers. Okay, and finally, for general Buddhist practices, you want to also know the Parabhava Sutta, the Vyaggapaja Sutta, and also loving kindness meditation, Metta Bhavana. Okay, so these are the 2 main textbooks, A Manual of Buddhism and The Way to the Buddha. Okay, that's it for the introduction to the format. Let me stop sharing my screen here. Okay, I will pause here for now, and I'll see if there are any quick questions or quick comments by anyone from the floor. If you want to say something, or if you want to ask a question, you can type your question in the Zoom chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay, do we have any questions? Okay, no questions?
Hello,
all right.
Brother.
Yes, sister. Yes.
Yes, now the Dhammapada, the area of Dhammapada, it is written as refer to the book by Narada Thera, right?
Yes.
And according to the book, there are 10 verses. There are 10 verses that is stipulated there. Will the questions asked beyond the 10 verses?
Okay, that is a good question. I'm actually not sure. Let us check
20
with
verses. 20 verses.
Yeah, I understand your question. Like, is it just restricted to those verses,
Yeah.
or more?
More
right?
than that.
Yeah, I understand your question. To be honest, I'm not sure. Let us check with let us ask the Malaysian Buddhist Examination Committee, and then we'll get back to you. I hope they know, right?
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the question. I understand your question, yeah, but I don't have the answer at the moment.
Yes.
Thanks for the question. Yeah, but in any case, I believe those verses are the most important to prepare for the exams. As I look at the okay, let me take a look also at the past year questions, and then I'll get back to you. All right, sister. I'll answer in the WhatsApp group. Yeah, just to let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Very good question. Thank you. 20 verses Dhammapada. Okay. Sister Marianne said we didn't see Dhammapada in past year papers in the syllabus before.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it never came out.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Never came out in the objective, neither did it come out in the essay. None of them for the past 20 years.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. That's a good question. Let me also check and get back to you.
And then the other thing, Brother Khor,
yes.
There are answers, suggested answers given for the objective questions. Are those answers accurate?
Okay, yeah, very good question. So last year there are a few issues with some of the suggested answers. There were some typo errors. There were some errors in some of the answers. Most of them are accurate, But if there's something you're not sure about, you can ask in the WhatsApp group and then we will answer you. So it is true. It is true. Some of the answers are actually not accurate. So just to let you all know that. That's why last year in the WhatsApp group, actually, a number of people have actually asked questions. Hey, is this actually correct answer? So we referred to the textbook. So our main reference is always the textbook, yeah, brothers and sisters. We go back to the textbook and then we'll use the textbook as the guideline, okay, for the answer. Sometimes some of the questions are a bit tricky because the answers are not very clear. So again, for the purpose of the examination, we use the textbook as a reference. Okay, is that clear? All right. Thanks for the questions. Thank you. Erlina says, write 12 essays. Okay, Erlina, to answer your question, yeah, the essay questions are only for the senior stage. So you don't have to worry about that because I don't think you're taking the senior stage paper or the higher stage paper. Yeah. So you have to write 4 essay questions for the senior stage. Okay. Yeah. Out of 12 essay questions, you have to select 4 essays, 4 topics to write. Okay. Sister Siok Cheng, hello. Namo Buddhaya. Welcome to our study group. May we ask for the recording for the session tonight? Yes, we'll be uploading this on YouTube. Yep. All right. Thank you. Okay, good. Good questions. Okay, that's it. All right, let's go to the life of the Buddha now. Sister Joyen says, the past year papers for junior don't seem to have any fill-in-the-blank questions. Is that also new? Brother Chua, do you know the answer to that question?
Yes, I think it's new. Yeah.
Oh, you think it's new? Oh, I see. So this year they changed the format a little bit. Wow. Okay. Okay. Thanks for the information, Brother Chuhua. All right. So that means the format for this year is a little different. Okay. Good. That's good. So you guys are the first batch, pioneer batch for the new format. This is good. Take it as a challenge. All right. Joanne says, will there be options? Let me get back to you on that, Sister Joanne. Sister Lai Hui Shen, thank you for the information. Fill in the blanks is a new format. So this year they are changing the format a little bit. Oh, interesting. Okay. And then Erlina says, I am going to senior level exam next year. Wow. Okay, that is very impressive. You're so young and you're taking the senior stage paper next year. Okay, good. We will support you. Okay, for you, I will create the notes for some of the exam questions. This for some of the essay questions. This is very impressive. Everyone, if you can see Sister Erlina, she's the young girl with her video on. So you have to learn from her, learn from her spirit. Okay, challenge yourself. Okay, very good. Thank you. And then okay, you are taking a junior this year. Yeah, very good. So junior this year, and then next year senior level. So just for your information, Erlina, yeah, last year she also attended the tutorial. She took the preliminary stage last year. So this year taking the junior level, and then next year going for senior level. Wow, this is very, very good learning. Going stage by stage every year. Very good Dhamma learning. Okay. All right. So let us start with the life of the Buddha first. Okay, and then we would continue next week. Okay. Hang on, give me a moment. All right, so I will share my screen now, and you should be able to see it. Hang on, give me 1 second. Okay, you're able to see my screen, yeah? All right, so brothers and sisters, this one is not in the exam. Don't worry, this slide is not in the exam. This is actually from the suttas. All right. In the suttas, the suttas talk about the Eka Puggala. So before we begin the life of the Buddha, I would like to offer this. I would like to share with you this sutta passage for your reflection. Eka Puggala. Eka Puggala means one person. Brothers and sisters, for what reason we are studying, for what reason we are practicing, for what reason are we living the spiritual life? Who is that one person? Who is the Eka Puggala? So let me read out this sutta passage. There is one person who arises in the world for the welfare of the multitude, for the happiness of the multitude, out of compassion for the world, for the good, welfare, and happiness of devas and humans. Who is that one person? It is the Tathagata, the Arahant, the Samma Sambuddha. This is that one person. There is one person arising in the world who is unique, without a peer, without counterpart, incomparable, unequaled, unparalleled, unrivaled, the best of humans. The manifestation of one person is the manifestation of great vision, of great light, of great radiance. It is the manifestation of the 6 things unsurpassed, the realization of the 4 analytical knowledges, the penetration of the various elements, of the diversity of elements. It is the realization of the fruit of knowledge and liberation, the realization of the fruits of stream entry, one's returning, non-returning, and arahantship. Who is that one person? He is the Tathagata, the Arahant, the Samma Sambuddha. Let us learn about this one person, his life and his message. On the full moon day of the month of Vesakha, more than 2,500 years ago, the Bodhisattva was born as a noble prince in the kingdom of Kapilavatthu. So this is the first thing. Okay, this is in the exam. Yeah, this is the exam. All right, the first thing you need to know about the Bodhisattva, the Prince Gautama, is his hometown. All right, his hometown is Kapilavatthu, the kingdom of Kapilavatthu. You need to know his father and mother's name, King Suddhodana Gautama and Queen Mahamaya. All right, his parents. And the Queen Mahamaya, she was traveling back to her hometown to see her parents. On the way, all right, they stopped in the middle of the journey at a place called Lumbini Park. All right, so you need to also know this, Lumbini Garden. Okay, this is where the Bodhisattva, where the prince was born. All right, so when the queen gave birth to a boy in Lumbini Park, and when a few days after the prince was born, all right, so Queen Mahamaya took the baby back to the palace, all right, in Kapilavatthu. There is a sage. This sage is a wise man, Asita. His name is Venerable Asita. He is a highly attained spiritual practitioner. He visited the royal palace. Okay, upon seeing this child, because the sage had a very strong perception, he was able to notice the marks on the body of the prince, of the baby. All right, so he noticed that this is destined, this baby boy is destined to become a great spiritual practitioner, a great spiritual teacher. Asita rose from his seat and saluted the child. And then he had a mixed reaction. At first he smiled, he was overjoyed, and then he was sad. Why?
Because he knows that the Prince Siddhartha is going to be a Buddha, but then Asita is going to die, so he cannot see him.
Thank you. Very good answer. King Suddhodana, the father of the prince, asks, why the mixed reactions? Why the mixed feelings? This prince is destined to become the greatest spiritual teacher in the world. This is good news. Brothers and sisters,
bad news.
Brothers, yes, thank you. Brothers and sisters, do you feel the good news of the birth of the Buddha? Do you rejoice in the good news of the birth of the Bodhisattva?
Of course.
When Asita saw it, when he could see the destiny of this baby boy, baby prince, he was overjoyed. However, he soon realized that he was also a very wise man, so his strong perception led him to be able to see his death that is going to happen very soon. He knows that he would pass away before the baby prince grows up to become a Buddha. He would not be able to hear the message of the Buddha. So brothers and sisters, dear students, dear candidates for the examination, you are very fortunate. We all are very lucky to be able to hear and encounter the teachings of the Buddha. 5 days after the birth of the prince, the king invited many wise men to the royal residence for the naming ceremony. They named the prince Siddhartha, and Siddhartha means, the word Siddhartha means wish fulfilled. All right, the one who will reach success in his wishes, the one whose wishes will be fulfilled.
Siddhartha Gautama.
Thank you. Gautama is his family name. All right. So some of you have family names. For example, I see that brother Jadrian Hong. So Hong is your family name, your surname, and Jadrian is your birth name. All right. So Siddhartha Gautama, Gautama is his family name, and Siddhartha is his birth name, his given name. The one whose wishes will be fulfilled. Okay, this one you need to know. This is in exam, yeah. All right. 8 wise men, they examined the marks of the child. 7 of them raised 2 fingers. This child will either become a great king or a great spiritual teacher. Okay, now think about you. Think about yourself. Some of you are children. Some of you are children here. Some of you are adults. Okay, maybe some of you adults have children yourself. Do you want your child, your son or your daughter? Let me ask the adults first. Let me ask the parents here in the audience. Do you want your son or daughter to become a great political leader? A great political leader, okay? Maybe a great king or queen, maybe a great member of parliament. Or do you want your son or daughter to become a great spiritual teacher? Maybe a meditation teacher, or maybe a Dhamma school teacher. Which one? So think about it. This one is for the parents to think about it. Maybe you are thinking, no, I want my son or daughter to be something else. No, maybe not a great teacher, maybe also not a politician, a political leader, maybe a great successful businessman or businesswoman. I don't know. Okay, to the young children here in the audience, do you want to, if you are given the choice, do you want to be a great spiritual leader? Do you want to become like the Buddha? Or do you want to become a great king? A lot of power and a lot of wealth and fame and glory. Erlina, what do you think?
I want to be a Buddha
Why do you want to become a Buddha?
because I want to share all my teachings with everyone.
Wow. Thank you for the answer. Because I want to share my teachings with everyone to benefit the world. Yeah, Jadrian, you have an answer?
No.
Oh, no answer. Okay. All right. 7 wise men raised 2 fingers. However, the youngest among them, his name is Kondanya, the youngest man among the wise men. He only raised 1 finger. This child has one and only one destiny. He will become a Samma Sambuddha, a supremely awakened teacher. All right. So Siddhartha grew up and he learned as a prince, as a member of the royal family. He received world-class education. Some of you children, maybe when you are young, or maybe now as a child, your parents maybe send you to a lot of classes, right? Maybe you learn mathematics classes. Maybe you attend piano class. Maybe you attend art class. Maybe you go for swimming classes. You learn swimming. So Siddhartha was a prince. So he was a member of the royal family. He also received world-class education. So he learned the arts and the sciences. He learned the warrior arts, the military arts. He learned archery. All right. He learned horse riding and so on. Any of you learned horse riding when you're young, when you're a child? Any of you?
No.
No horse riding.
Dangerous.
But Siddhartha was different. The Bodhisattva, he learned many different arts and sciences, many different skills and crafts, because he receives the best education in the world. And finally, when he was at the age of 16 years old, he got married to his cousin, Princess Yasodhara. This one you also need to know for the exam. All right, so Prince Siddhartha married Princess Yasodhara at the age of 16 years old. All right. Good. So this is the marriage. Okay. Brother Stanley in the Zoom chat says, why not become a lawyer? Why not become a lawyer? Maybe you don't want to be a great spiritual teacher. Maybe you don't want to be a great political leader. You want to be a lawyer, maybe. Okay. Yeah. It's up to you. It's up to you, of course, your career decision, your future career option. However, we need to remember, brothers and sisters, that the Bodhisattva, the Prince Siddhartha Gautama, was not an ordinary individual. He was an extraordinary individual. While given the choice to become anything he wants, he was a king. He was a prince, sorry. He can become the king of the world. He could become anyone he wants. Yet, his commitment and his conviction and his determination was so strong that he set his goal, he set his vision on one and only one destiny. All right, so this is for us to reflect on the commitment and the determination of the Bodhisattva, of the Prince Siddhartha Gautama. Although the prince was enjoying the life of royalty, the pleasures of a great lifestyle, right? Food, music, all right, a big palace to stay in. He was curious what happens outside the palace walls. What is happening in the world outside? So the Bodhisattva decided, let me explore the world outside. And then he saw 4 sites that are very important as a turning point in his life. Okay, this one is very important, yeah? All of you must know. This one is also important
I know
for the
this.
exam. Yes, very good, Jadrian.
The basics.
Very important for the exam. This one you need to know. Yeah, Chester, you want to say something?
I also know this.
Okay, very good. All of you are paying attention in your Dhamma school. All right. The 4 sites are old man, a sick man, and a dead man. So these are the 3 sites. When he saw these 3 sites, these 3 situations, he was wondering, does this happen to everyone? Does everyone grow old? Does everyone grow sick? Does everyone die one day? And then he realized, I must find a solution to this problem. I want to find a way to solve this problem.
Old man, sick man,
And dead man. Yes, thank you.
and wise man.
Yes, the 4th one.
Teacher,
Correct. Thank you, Jadrian. The 4th thing, the 4th situation that the prince encountered was a contemplative or an ascetic or a monk. Contemplative. Let me type it in the chat, yeah. Contemplative or an ascetic or a monk. In Pali is samana. Samana. Okay. He saw a samana. He saw a contemplative. A contemplative is someone who is on a spiritual journey, on a spiritual quest. He is someone who has left the family life and pursued to pursue the spiritual quest. He saw this samana, this spiritual practitioner, and he was impressed by his peace and his very sublime and serene look, appearance, countenance. And so he decided, maybe this is the way to peace and joy. So he decided to renounce the palace life. Oh, this takes great courage. This takes great determination. So this one you also have to know, yeah. His assistant name is Chana, all right? And the horse, the name of the horse is Kantaka, all right? So he left the palace and he tells Chana and Kantaka to go back to the palace, all right? Okay. Now, as the Bodhisattva was on his spiritual journey, he studied under various spiritual teachers. So he was looking out for some of the best teachers of his time. And he went to those teachers to learn from those teachers, okay? Along with him, there are 5 friends or 5 companions. They also joined him together on this spiritual practice. The 5 friends' names, okay, this one you also have to know, yeah? Kondanya, Bhaddiya, Vappa, Mahanama, Asaji. These are the 5 companions. They also left the palace. They also left a life of luxury to become contemplatives. All right, good. Let me pause here for now.
We need to write note.
Okay, let me pause it for now. Give me 1 minute and I will see if there are any questions or any reflections from anyone. So let me pause for 1 minute. If you have any reflections, you can type in the Zoom chat, yeah? Okay, 1 minute. All right. Are there any questions or reflections?
Got
Sister Mengsi asked the question, is this Kondanya the same man who was among the 5 ascetics? Correct. The answer is yes. So among these 5 companions, Kondanya was the one who, when the prince was a baby, he predicted the destiny of the baby who will grow up to become a Samma Sambuddha. Yes, this is the same Kondanya. Okay, Brother Danny says, the prince is an extraordinary case. He was destined to become a Buddha, correct? Is this a type of essay question we can expect? I don't think in the past year they have asked this question about the destiny of the Buddha. But in the past year questions, they have asked about the Jataka stories. That means the past lives of the Bodhisattva. Yeah, that one is in the exam questions. Okay. So for example, the Bodhisattva, okay, the Prince Gautama in the past lives, yeah, the Bodhisattva in the past lives, he was doing different things, and he was also practicing what is called the 10 parami, the 10 perfections. He was practicing the perfections of generosity, the perfections of patience, the perfections of energy, and so on. All right. So there are essay questions on the Jataka stories on how the Bodhisattva in the past lives practiced those spiritual qualities. So there are those questions. Because the Bodhisattva was destined to become a Buddha, this journey, okay, this Jataka journey, this journey of practicing the spiritual qualities was what he needed to go through in order to fulfill the perfections that are required for his attainment of Buddhahood. Okay, and then brother or sister Chiu says, were these 5 princes? Now, all these 5 friends were members of royalty. Yes, they were members of royalty. I'm not sure whether they were princes, but they were members of royalty. Correct. Okay, thank you for the question. All right. So, as we all know, the Bodhisattva was practicing self-mortification. Self-mortification. Yeah. That means you torture the body. Torture the body. For example, you hold your breath for a long time. That means you do not breathe. Do not breathe for a long time. So this is one practice that is self-mortifying. He also practiced extreme fasting. That means he don't want to eat. He only eat very little, just one small spoonful of rice, or just one grain of rice. Yes, thank you, Erdina. 1 grain of rice a day. Why? Why did he do this? Anyone knows? Why did the Buddha torture
want
his body?
to be awakened.
Peace by doing this.
Erdina, repeat your answer. Erdina, yeah, repeat your answer.
He thought he can find truth and peace by doing this.
Very good, thank you. Jadrian, thank you, Jadrian, for the answer. Jadrian says he wants to find awakening. Correct? He wants to find awakening. Erlina gives a very good answer. Erlina says, because he thought he could find the way to truth and peace through self-mortification. So there are teachings in the world, even today, there are teachers, there are spiritual practitioners who actually torture their body. Yeah, they practice fasting. They pluck their hair. Have you seen videos of this? They pull their hair out, not using a razor, not using a razor to shave their hair. They actually pluck their hair out. So even today, there are practitioners who do this. In the Buddha's time, also there are practitioners who do this. Of course, these are not Buddhist practitioners. These are not people who are following the Buddha's teachings. Okay, so why do they do this? Because by torturing the body, they think that it could lead to burning up their bad karma. I repeat, by torturing their body, they believe that this could lead to burning up their bad karma in the past, so that they can become lighter. Their karmic burden can become lighter, so that they can become closer and closer to awakening. All right, so this is their belief. So even today, people practice this. Even today, in fact, if you go to YouTube, you can actually see videos of some people plucking their hair. Now, brothers and sisters, we are very thankful. We are very thankful because the Buddha realized that that is not the way. That is not the right way. self-mortification is not the right way. The right way is called the middle way. The Buddha taught this, the middle way.
path.
Thank you, Jadrian. The middle path. In Pali, the middle path is, anyone knows?
I know.
Yes,
the meaning
Jadrian.
is
Majjhima Patipada.
Thank you, Erlina.
The meaning-
Majjhima Patipada. The middle path. Majjhima Patipada. The middle path means avoiding the two extremes. Avoiding sensual indulgence and avoiding self-mortification.
就是不要玩太多，也不要做工太多，就是在中间就对了。
谢谢杰俊。第一是不要去okay, I need to switch to Mandarin a little bit in my brain. 第一个是 avoiding sensual indulgence， 就是不要去执着这个five senses. What is five senses in Mandarin? 五官上的享受啊，五官上的享受。All right, do not indulge in sensual pleasures of the five senses. Yeah. OK， 五官上的享受，第一个不要去执着五官上的享受。第二个呢是什么？是不要去torture the body， 不要去折磨 is the right word, yes， 不要去折磨我们自己的身心，不要去折磨身心。OK， 这两个东西 ，two extremes 呀。OK， Majjhima Patipada.
But later he will quit the two extremes.
Sorry, Chester?
But later he will quit the two extremes.
Yeah, eventually he will quit the two extremes. Correct, thank you. So, brothers and sisters, today, in today's world, some people they are in one extreme. They think that the way to peace and happiness is through sensual indulgence, seeing beautiful things, hearing beautiful things, tasting beautiful things, right? Some people you might think food is the way to happiness. Food, eating tasty food. Some people you might think music is the way to happiness. So you learn piano maybe. Okay, so sensual indulgence. However, some people is on the other extreme. They think that they need to torture the body. They need to make the body very painful. Okay, they need to not eat and not sleep. Okay, they don't sleep, they don't eat, and then they torture the body. There is one phrase you might hear. You know what's the phrase in English? It's called "no pain, no gain." Have you heard of this? No pain, no gain. Some people think like that. They think your mind and body needs to be very painful. Then only you can be happy. So this is not true. Brother Jiva says from gym, no pain, no gain. Now, of course, yeah, on the journey of practice, of course, there is some pain. For example, you practice the 5 precepts, you practice the meditation. Of course, sometimes there is some pain or some discomfort, some unpleasant feeling. Of course, there could be. But the goal is not to use the pain to put the body in pain in order to gain happiness. That is not the right way. Understand? Okay, good. Thank you. All right, let us get back to the life of the Buddha. So the Buddha, the Bodhisattva realized that this way of self-mortification did not lead to awakening. It did not lead to Nibbana. It didn't work. It is not the right way. So he changed his way. This is actually very important for all of us to learn, brothers and sisters. When you realize that something is not working, you need to change. Many people in their lives, when they realize that something is not working, what do? They don't change. They continue to do the same thing again and again, but they don't realize the way is not working. All right. So he changed his way. He decided to take solid food. He decided to accept solid food. At this moment, there is a lady, a woman named Sujata. Okay, this one also very important. You need to know the name of the lady, Sujata. This lady is very, very important in the Bodhisattva's life. He she offered milk rice to the Buddha, to the Bodhisattva, sorry. He offered milk rice to the Bodhisattva. This was a moment this is a moment of significance in the Bodhisattva's life, because it showed, number one, it shows his turning away from the way of self-mortification, number one. And also number two, it shows his dependence, his reliance on nutriment for his body, on nutriment, on sustenance for his body. Food and the milk rice is important to sustain his body so that he can continue on his spiritual practice. Okay, so I repeat, there are two important, this is an important moment of significance for our reflection for two reasons. Number one, it signifies the Bodhisattva's turning away from the path of self-mortification. And number two, it signifies the Bodhisattva's reliance on food, reliance on this woman's offering, okay, this woman's contribution for the nurturing and the sustaining of his body. All right. So when we see this episode, when we see this story, we need to realize that there are many important people in the Buddha's life. One of those important people is Sujata. Okay, she offered this food, this milk rice, to signify this important moment. Okay.
So he end the suffer.
Yes, he ended his torturing of the body. Correct. Correct.
And then his monks left him.
Yeah, yes, you know the next part of the story. Very good. The 5 companions says, hi, this Siddhartha, we were with him. We thought that he could attain awakening. We thought that he could become the Buddha and lead us all to enlightenment. But he has given up on this path. They thought that he has abandoned the spiritual path. So they say, this prince, this contemplative, this samana, this Siddhartha, no more hope. We go away lah. We practice on our own. So they left him. So now the Bodhisattva was on his own, and he made this aspiration. He made this determination. Let only my skin and sinews and bones remain. Let my flesh and blood dry up. I shall not permit the cause of my effort to stop until I accomplish that which may be obtained by human ability, human energy, human exertion. Brothers and sisters, this is important for us to learn. When we are embarking on a journey to strive for our goals, do we give up easily?
No, we must keep it up.
We must keep it up. Thank you, Jadwin. Do we put in a sustained effort and sustained commitment? We have 2 more weeks before the exam. You can also learn from the Buddha. You sit on your table, at your table. You turn off your phone, you turn off the internet, and you say, I shall not stop until I finish 1 set of past year papers or 2 sets of past year paper. This is the learning spirit, the strong commitment. You can also learn this from the Buddha. Okay, maybe you don't need to set your goal as enlightenment yet, not such an ambitious goal yet, but you can set your goal. I will finish 1 set or 2 sets of past year exam paper today, and then tomorrow I finish another 2 sets. Okay, so this is the learning spirit. Okay, when the Bodhisattva is close to his enlightenment,
Mara go insult him.
Mara not
Go
happy
disturb.
already.
And
Disturb
then
him.
And then his daughters went to also disturb him.
His daughters also went to disturb him.
With their dancing.
When we are very serious in our work, sometimes Mara can also disturb us. When you are doing your homework.
I heard that my teacher said that Mara is everywhere.
Mara is everywhere. When you are doing your homework, maybe Mara comes to your mind. No need to work so hard lah. Homework only ma. let me find something to eat. Maybe then you go and look around. Let me find something to eat. Maybe some of you says, let me go to my Instagram. Let me scroll through my Instagram. So Mara can disturb you in many ways. Maybe some of you, when you're doing your homework, maybe let me go to YouTube to listen to some music. So these are different ways Mara can disturb you.
What?
So Mara tries to distract the Buddha, the Bodhisattva, away from his spiritual quest. However, the Bodhisattva had strong mindfulness. Strong mindfulness. He recognized the 10 armies of Mara.
What?
The 10 armies are sensual desires, discontent, hunger, craving, apathy, terror or fear, doubt, hypocrisy, pride, and conceit. These are the 10 armies. The Bodhisattva recognizes the armies of Mara. And then the Bodhisattva said this to Mara: from land to land I shall wander, training disciples far and wide. Brothers and sisters,
Don't care what he said.
brothers and sisters, we are here today because of this promise made by the Bodhisattva. The Bodhisattva, what Adrian said is correct. The Bodhisattva did not fall into the trap of what Mara was saying. The Bodhisattva was very strong with his promise, and he responded to Mara's challenge. He said, he made his promise: from land to land I shall wander, training disciples far and wide. Your army, your effort, your attempt to distract me cannot succeed. I am making my promise now. I shall train disciples far and wide from land to land.
He's saying that that his army are no match to him or anyone. Like sometimes people can get distracted, but not really that distracted.
Thank you, Chester, for that. That is a very good phrase. I like that. No match for him. The Bodhisattva recognized that Mara was no match for him. Why? Why? Because
He just don't care only.
Because no. The answer is this answer. Yeah. Why was Mara no match for the Bodhisattva? The answer is
Bodhisattva was too strong.
the Bodhisattva was too strong. Good answer. The correct answer that I'm giving now is because the Dhamma is powerful. The Dhamma is powerful. That is the answer. The Bodhisattva knows that he was following the Dhamma. He was following the way of mindfulness and wisdom. And Mara cannot overcome the way of mindfulness and wisdom. Correct or not, brothers and sisters? What in the world today? What in the world today can defeat the power of mindfulness and wisdom? Do you all know? The answer is nothing. No one. No one and nothing can overcome the power of Dhamma, can overcome the power of wisdom and mindfulness. Nothing. No matter how much corruption and poison you have in your mind, no matter how much evil and how many bad habits you have in the many lives of samsara that you have, no matter how much defilement and delusion you have in your mind, brothers and sisters, in the Dhamma, we have hope. We have hope because the Dhamma is powerful. The Dhamma is powerful enough to overcome all our evil desires, all our unwholesome thoughts, all our impure habits and impure tendencies. That is the power of the Dhamma. So the Bodhisattva knows Mara was no match for him. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Chester. No match for him because he was following the way of mindfulness and wisdom. So today we are here today. So my question to all of you in this battle, between the Bodhisattva and Mara. My question is, who was victorious? Who was victorious? This is a very easy answer.
Buddha.
Who was victorious? Yes, Jadrian?
Buddha.
The Buddha was victorious. The Buddha was victorious. Question, how do we know the Buddha was victorious? How do we know?
Because of his Dhamma.
Because of his
Arina?
Dhamma, his courage and his mind was the one that let him become like this.
Okay, thank you, Chester. Arina, your answer?
Because of his Dhamma.
Because of his Dhamma.
Also,
Okay.
it's written there, one who is not a hero cannot conquer your force of darkness.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so those are not the answers I'm looking for, but let me share my answer, no worries. How do we know that the Buddha was victorious in this battle, in this episode? The answer is, we can see today that the Buddha has disciples from land to land. From land to land, we know that the Buddha has disciples. In Malaysia, you have disciples. The Buddha has disciples. Some of you today are joining in from Indonesia. I saw some Indonesian friends. In Indonesia, the Buddha has disciples. Not just in Indonesia, in China, in Japan, in Thailand, in Myanmar, in Cambodia. These are all Asian countries. Not just in Asia, in the European countries,
Mongolia.
in the Western countries.
Russia.
India.
In Russia, yes, in Germany, everywhere around the world, the Buddha has disciples. This is how we know that the Buddha was victorious.
Buddha is strong.
The Buddha touched the earth. Okay, this one in the exam, this is an exam. The Buddha touched the earth as his witness. Mara challenged him. Mara says, who is your witness? Who will speak for you? The Buddha touched the earth. This is called touching the earth. And the earth trembled. There was a strong earthquake. The earth was witnessing to the Buddha's worthiness. All right. And finally, on the full moon day of Vesaka, all right, on Vesak day, no longer, the Bodhisattva was no longer a Bodhisattva. The Bodhisattva was now a Buddha, the one who knows. And then, okay, so let me stop here. Let me stop sharing here. And then Sister Lina said it very well. Mara has been defeated. Let me share another slide, yeah, so that you can see it. On Vesak day, the Buddha became a Buddha. The Bodhisattva became a Buddha, and this is what he said. Okay, this is your homework for today, for this week. This is what the Buddha said: Aneka jati samsaram sandha visang ani visang. All right, and then the final two lines: Vi sankhara gatang chittang. Chitta means the mind. Vi sankhara. What is Vi sankhara? The unconditioned. Tanha nang kaya majjhaga. Tanha means craving. Kaya means destruction, ending. Tanha nang kaya majjhaga. I have reached the destruction of craving. Vi sankhara gatang chittang. Go and find out what this means. This is your homework. This one is exam also. This is also exam. All right. Okay. So on the night of his Buddhahood, when he attained Buddhahood, he went through 3 watches of the night. First watch, second watch, third watch. All right. 3 watches of the night. And in these 3 watches of the night, these 3 parts of the night, he did this, he attained these knowledges, the 3 knowledges, all right? Pubbe nivasa nusati, remember past lives. Dibba chaku means the divine eye. And finally, in the 3rd watch of the night, he attained asava kaya, the destruction of the impurities, all right? So the first watch, he recalled his own past lives. The second watch, he observed the birth and the death and the rebirth of the other living beings. And finally, at the 3rd watch, he attained liberation and knowledge and vision. He attained Nibbana. He became a Buddha. Then all the asavas means the impurities. All the asavas are extinguished, are eradicated. Okay. All right. Okay, this is actually the answer, but anyway, let me y'all go and research it yourself. Go and check the textbook. All right. After the Buddha became a Buddha, he spent 7 weeks doing different things. All right. The first week he was okay. This one is for the junior level. This one I'm not sure. Preliminary level got this or not? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't think got this one. I think this one's for the junior level. Anyway, you all can check. All right. So for the junior level, in the 7 weeks after his enlightenment, the Buddha was doing different things. First week, he was enjoying the bliss of Nibbana. The bliss of Nibbana. He was enjoying his happiness of attaining Buddhahood, attaining awakening under the Bodhi tree. Second week is his practice of gratitude. He was gazing at the Bodhi tree without moving as an expression of gratitude because the Bodhi tree was sheltering him for throughout his time to attain awakening. The third week is a jewel bridge or a jewel promenade, right? So he created this Ratana Chankamana, this walkway. He walked up and down on this walkway, on this bridge. Okay, and then the fourth week is he was contemplating the Abhidhamma in a jewel hall or jewel chamber, Ratana Gara. Okay. Fifth week, okay, this again, Mara really very determined, doesn't give up. Mara again sent his daughters to distract the Buddha again, even though he was already a Buddha.
This is
Yes,
the
three
one
daughters.
that I said.
The three daughters' names are Tanha, Arati, Raga. Okay, what do these mean? What does Tanha mean? Arati, Raga, what do they mean? Okay, go and find out. Okay, go and find out. All right. Under the Ajapala banyan tree, the three daughters of Mara, in the sixth week, Mukkalinda tree. Mukkalinda Naga Raja, the serpent king, okay, the king of the Nagas, he sheltered the Buddha in the heavy rain. And finally, in the seventh week, Tapasu and Balika, two lay people, they came to offer him rice cakes and honey. So they went to Buddha and Dhamma for refuge. They didn't go to the Sangha for refuge because at this time, not yet, the Sangha was not yet established by the Buddha. All right. And they received the hair, the strands of hair from the Buddha. Okay. All right. Let's stop here. Wait, do I have? Okay. Let's look at what the Buddha taught. Okay, for the preliminary stage, you need to know Tisarana, Vandana, Pancha Sila, and Dasa Kusala Karma. This is for the preliminary stage. Okay. For the junior level, you need to know more things. You need to know Atangika Sila, Dasa Parami, Chattari Arya Sachani, and Mangala Sutta. All right. This is for the junior stage. Okay.
What's that?
Okay. What's that? Okay. Good question. Let's learn it now. All right. Okay. First, Vandana. Vandana means homage, paying homage. That's why we chant the homage. Namo tassa bhagavato arahatu samma sambuddhassa. Namo means homage, paying respect. Tassa means to him, to the Buddha. Bhagava means the holy one or the blessed one or the exalted one. All right. Arahato means the perfected one, the accomplished one, the worthy one. Samma Sambuddha means the fully enlightened one, the supremely enlightened one. All right. Now, brothers and sisters, question, what is the best way to honor the Buddha? What is the best way to honor the Buddha? Sorry? Okay, so there are many ways to honor the Buddha. For example, we might sing Buddhist hymns, correct or not? Some of us, we enjoy music, we sing Buddhist hymns. Some of the children, you all know, in Sunday Dhamma school, you sing the songs to honor the Buddha. You praise the Buddha. Okay, singing Buddhist hymns. That's one way to honor the Buddha. Another way to honor the Buddha is offer flowers and lights, and water. So some of you in your puja, in your temple puja, you make offerings, right? You offer the flower, you offer the water to the Buddha. That's another way to honor the Buddha.
But the important one is by following his advice.
Thank you, Chester. You got it right. But these are all not the highest honor to the Buddha. Offering flowers is great. Singing Buddhist hymns is great, but they are not the highest honor to the Buddha. The highest honor to the Buddha, brothers and sisters, is by practicing his teachings. putting his Dhamma into practice, applying our lives, applying ourselves to the Dhamma. That is the best way to honor the Buddha. So how do we practice the Dhamma? We practice the Dhamma in three ways, in three stages, all right? Dana, Sila, Bhavana. Dana means generosity, giving, all right? Sila means your integrity, your morality, your virtue, keeping your 5 precepts. And finally, Bhavana. Bhavana means mental cultivation. You practice your metta meditation, your mindfulness of breathing meditation, that is Bhavana. All right? Okay. Now let's go to Dasa Kusala Kama. This one you must know, Dasa Kusala, in exam. All right. Preliminary stage and junior stage also got this one. Dasa Kusala Kama. Kusala means skillful, wholesome, righteous. Okay. Good things. Kusala. Dasa means, what is Dasa, brothers and sisters? Do you know what's Dasa?
I don't
Dasa
know.
means 10. 10. Dasa. Kusala means skillful, and Kama means actions. The 10 skillful actions. All right, now this one you have to know. All right, let's go through the 10 now.
Sila Pancha.
Dana, Sila, Pancha Sila, the 5 precepts. So Pancha Sila, 5 precepts is under Sila, yeah, morality. Dana is generosity. Sila is integrity. Bhavana, mental cultivation. All right, mental development. Okay, Apachayana. Apachayana. What is Apachayana? Anyone knows? Let's look at the chat. Okay, nobody. Apachayana means to honor, to respect, to honor those who are worthy of honor. Okay, honor your parents, your elders, your teachers. All right, Apachayana. Veyavacha. Veyavacha. Veyavacha is also a skillful action. This one very important. What is Veyavacha? Veyavacha means acts of service. Acts of service. For example, if your parents come home, you serve them food and water. This is acts of service. If your friend needs help in his studies, you help them. You help to answer their questions. Veyavacha. When you go to the temple, after the people eat the food, you help to wash plates. This is Veyavacha. Anyone does that? Anyone helps to wash plates? In your temple, in your Sunday Dhamma school, who wash your plates for you? Children. You wash your own plates, or the volunteers in the temple help to wash your plates. When you see,
I wash my plate by
wash
myself.
your own plates, very good, Jadrian. When you see the temple, the floor is dirty, you help to sweep the floor, you help to mop the floor. This is Veyavacha, acts of service. Okay. When you see the teachers are coming in to give Dhamma talk, you prepare water for them, you prepare the seat for them. This is Veyavacha. Veyavacha and Apachayana go together. Why? Because our service to other people is our sign of respect to them. We respect the temple. We respect our teachers. We respect our parents. We respect our friends. So we perform acts of service. So these are the first 5 acts of kusala, acts of skillfulness. Now, Patidana and Patanumodana go together. Patidana is sharing of merit, dedication of merit. So when we do skillful deeds, when we do skillful actions, we have a lot of power, the good power of our goodness, the power of our meritorious conduct. So we dedicate our merit to all beings. Patanumodana is to rejoice in meritorious conduct. So when you see other people do good thing, okay, when you see other people giving Dhamma talk, when you see other people giving Dhamma talk, what do? Some people, they fall asleep. When you see other people giving Dhamma talk, when you see other people doing good things, all right, when you see other people serving the temple, serving the teachers, then you rejoice. You are very happy in their good actions. Okay, the next 2 also go together. Dhamma Savana and Dhamma Desana. Dhamma Savana means listening to the Dhamma. Savana, listening to the Dhamma. So all of you are doing Dasa Kusala Kama now because you are listening to the Dhamma. Dhamma Savana. And then Dhamma Desana. Dhamma Desana means discussing the Dhamma, teaching the Dhamma, Dhamma Desana, giving a Dhamma talk, Dhamma Desana. Desana, okay, giving a talk. Finally, Dittiju Kamma. Dittiju Kamma. The word Ditti, let me type in the chat. Ditti. Wait, Ditti. Ditti is view. Uju is straight. Okay, Ditti is your view. Uju means straight. That's why when you or you might say upright. So that's why when we chant the Sangha Nusati. All right, how do we chant the Sangha Nusati? Supatipano Bhagavato Savaka Sangho. Supatipano. Su means good. Good practice, well practiced, Supatipano. And the next one is Uju Patipano Bhagavato Savaka Sangho. Uju Patipano. Straight practice. They are practicing the straight way. Their practice is upright. Patipano means practice. Uju Patipano means upright practice, upright conduct. So Dittiju Kamma means straightening your views, making your views upright, making your views straight, making your views clear. That is Dittiju Kamma. So the path of the Dhamma is a path of understanding. Understanding. We continue to set our views straight. Dittiju Kamma. Dittiju Kamma. All right. All right. 8 precepts. Okay, 8 precepts is only for the junior level. All right. This one, you can take a picture. This one I won't go through it. Maybe next week we have time, we can go through it. So the 5 precepts plus another 3 precepts. Okay. And then the 3rd precept is also changed. The 3rd precept is also changed. All right. So these are the 8 precepts. All right. You can take a picture of this, or you can take a screenshot.
So do we have to learn the 3rd one, or it's just
you have to learn the 3rd one for the junior level. Yes. For the junior level, you need to learn the 3rd one. So usually the 3rd one for the 5 precepts is abstaining from sexual misconduct, correct? Refraining from sexual misconduct. But in the 8 precepts, the 3rd precept is changed. Not refraining from sexual misconduct, but refraining from sexual activity. Abrahmacharya Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiya.
So we have to memorize the Pali the same?
It is. Do you have to memorize the Pali? You need to know the Pali. Yeah, you need to know the Pali. Yes, in case the exam asks you, you need to know the Pali. Yeah.
Teacher, why
Yes,
why
JJ.
got plus 3 more ones, like refrain from eating afternoon?
Okay, thank you, Jaden, for the question. Last year also, one young boy asked the same question. All the young boys are like to ask this question. Why we have the 8 precepts?
Yeah.
Jaden, I'll answer your question later. I'll answer your question later.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And then the 10 perfections. Well, let me check. The 10 perfections is junior or preliminary? Let me check. 10 perfections is junior level. Okay. So this one you can also take a picture. You can go and go and research it. Next week we'll cover it because
Teacher, can you put that page again?
running out of time. So these are the 10 perfections. Sorry, Jadrian?
Can you put that picture again? I want to pin.
Which picture? 8 precepts or 10 perfections?
This one.
Okay, this one. Okay, 8 precepts. All right, you all take a screenshot of it. Yeah, take a screenshot of it. Yeah. You all know how to take a screenshot? It's okay. I'll share the slides. I'll share the slides in the WhatsApp group. Don't worry. Okay. Now the 10 perfections are these are the Pali words. DSNPVKSAMUR. You can remember this. What are the Pali? These are all Pali, not English words. So you go and find out. Okay, this is again your homework for this week. Go and find out what are the 10 parami, the 10 perfections. All right. Okay. Now let's go to the Sangha. Yeah, Sangha. Question. Okay, this one I also asked last year. How many chief disciples did the Buddha have? Oh, this one. Trick question. No, chief disciples.
Oh.
Not 2. Arina says 2. Any other answers? Chief disciples. Okay.
5.
5? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, 2 is actually correct. 2 is actually correct. 2 is correct. Not wrong answer. 2 chief disciples of the Buddha, that's true. But the more complete answer is 4 chief disciples. The more complete answer is 4 chief disciples. He had 2 chief disciples who are male, okay? And he has 2 chief disciples who are female, all right? So in total is 4, all right? So Sariputta and Mahamoggallana, the male chief disciples, the bhikkhu disciples, chief disciples, and then the 2 chief bhikkhuni disciples, Bhikkhuni Khema and Bhikkhuni Uppalavana. Okay. This one must know, all of you must know, 4 names, very important names, all right? Okay, good. Okay, and then these are the other names you should know also. Sariputta, Mahamoggallana, Mahakassapa, Ananda, Rahula, Upali, Angulimala. Okay, you should know these names. All right, again, go and read up about their lives. Today we don't have time, so next week we might have more time to go through them. All right, so today go and read up about these disciples. Okay. Okay, let me stop sharing screen now. Okay. Let us look at some of the past year questions. How about that? In case to let you all have a feel of the past year questions. Okay. So let's look at last year, 2021. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, you can see my screen now. Okay, so this is a preliminary stage level, 2021. All right. So you have 50 questions. All right. Hang on now. Okay. All right. So you all want to try answering the questions? Okay. Let's go through some of them. Okay. Prince Siddhartha was born in which year on the Vesak full moon?
Teacher, I want.
Jadrian. Okay. Answer the first question. What's the correct answer?
C.
623 BC is the birth year. Okay, birth year of the Buddha. Very good.
It's not after Christ.
Very good. Okay. Prince Siddhartha was brought up by Alina, go.
Donkey?
D. Mahapajapati Gotami. So Prince Siddhartha's birth mother, Queen Mahamaya, she passed away very shortly after his birth. So Mahamaya's sister, who is Mahapajapati Gotami, was the foster mother, was the stepmother. So she was the mother of Siddhartha. She brought up Siddhartha. All right. Okay. Tan Jun Xu. You want to answer the third question?
D.
What is your answer?
D.
D, correct. Prince Siddhartha was 29 years old when he renounced the world. He was 35 years old when he became a Buddha. And he was 80 years old when he passed away. All right. Okay, good. Okay, we don't have to go through the whole thing. Okay, let's look at this one. That's why I say you have to remember the 5 names, right? Who were among the 5 monks who attended on the Bodhisattva during his search for truth?
Bhaddhiya and Asaji.
Bhaddhiya and Asaji. Very good. Just now I told you, you need to remember the names. All right. Okay, let's look at others. Okay. The meaning of Bodhisattva. The meaning of Bodhisattva.
Wandering and psychic.
Okay, Bodhisattva, the meaning is, anyone knows the answer? Bodhisattva?
I think it's donkey.
Alina, what did you say?
I think it's donkey.
You think it's donkey? Nope, that's not the correct answer.
Then it's boy.
Boy, yeah. Bodhi means enlightenment, wisdom, Bodhi. Satta means being. All right, so wisdom being. Boy, answer is boy. All right. So, okay, so you just, okay, so you can find out, you can go through the questions. All right. And then this one, Majjhima Patipada means the middle way. Just now we went through it. Okay. All right. Okay, good. So we have different questions. The meaning of the Sangha. Okay, let's try this. Who wants to try this? The meaning of the Sangha is holy place, holy water, holy teachings, holy order.
Holy order.
Holy order. Very good. Thank you. All right. The 3 kinds of merit. This one we learned just now in my class, in the slide just now. The 3 kinds of merit. What's that? D. Is it D?
E.
C.
D, B, D,
C, forget.
C is the correct answer. Thank you. Dana, Sila, Bhavana. Dana, Sila, Bhavana. All right. Very good. Okay. Tati Yampi. The meaning of Tati Yampi. What is Tati Yampi? Tati Yampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami.
The third time.
The third time. Very good. So all of you can answer. Very good. Okay. Let's go to the junior paper. This one is junior paper last year. Junior stage. A bit more difficult. A bit more challenging. All right. Okay, let's see. Okay. The Buddha's ministry lasted for how many years? The Buddha's ministry lasted how many years?
45.
45 years.
45 years. Very good. Thank you.
45.
From his age of 35 to his age of 80 years old, he taught the Dhamma. 45 years. Okay. Actually, you're able to know. Okay, yeah, this one's a good question. Who was known as Dhamma Senapati? Who was known as Dhamma Senapati? Who knows the answer?
What is Senapati?
What is Senapati? Good question. Walter,
Yes.
answer correctly. Dhamma Senapati means the general of Dhamma.
Oh, this definitely
Ananda.
A.
Yes. General
Okay.
of Dhamma. So the Buddha is not Dhamma Senapati. The Buddha is Dhamma what? The Buddha is Dhamma. Anyone knows the answer?
Hmm?
The Buddha is Dhamma Raja,
Oh.
the king of
Teacher,
Dhamma.
when is the class going to end? It's so
It's
late.
going to end in a few minutes, Jadrian. Very soon, very soon.
Oh,
About around 10 o'clock. Maybe I'll take about extra 5 minutes, like extra 5. 10:05. Okay. All right. The Buddha is the king of Dhamma, Dhamma Raja. Now the king has a general. You know who is the general? His right-hand man. Okay. So for example, when the king goes to war, the general will lead the army, for example. So Dhamma Senapati means the
Like
general
leader.
of Dhamma. General of Dhamma. So the general of Dhamma is Venerable Sariputta. Okay. Next question. Who is the treasurer of Dhamma? Who is the treasurer of Dhamma? Who knows the answer?
Where is the question?
No, it's not in here. It's not. I asked the question.
uh-oh.
It's not here. Who is the
Treasurer of
treasurer of
Dhamma?
Dhamma? Who knows the answer?
Teacher, I'm going to use cheat code.
Treasurer of Dhamma. Who knows the answer? Anyone?
Ananda?
Ananda. Why is Ananda the treasurer of Dhamma? Why?
Because he's also very good at wisdom.
He's very good at what? Sorry.
And the Dhamma? I don't know.
Yes. Danny said it well. He can recite the Dhamma. Why is Venerable Ananda the treasurer of Dhamma, brothers and sisters? Because-
the children of the Buddha.
Oh, no, that's not the answer. The answer is because Ananda was guarding the precious teaching of the Buddha. So Brother Danny gave the good answer. Brother Danny says he can recite the Dhamma. He is the one who memorized the suttas, the teachings of the Buddha. He is the treasurer. What does the treasurer do? The treasurer guards the palace treasure, the palace wealth, the money, the treasure. The suttas of the Buddha is a very precious treasure, precious wealth. So the Venerable Ananda was guarding this treasure. So he's the treasurer of Dhamma. Sister Lina said it very well. Sister Lina said he was the Lord Buddha's PA. He was the personal attendant of the Lord Buddha. That's why he can listen to his suttas and memorize the suttas. Okay. All right. Sister Erlina, just now you asked, do you need to know the Pali? The answer is yes, you need to know the Pali. I undertake to observe the precept to abstain from using high and luxurious seats in Pali is what? Okay, you have to know. You have to know. So you have to know the Pali. All right. Okay. Let's go to who. The answer is here. The question is here. Who was known as the treasurer of the Dhamma? Okay, the question is here. All right. How many blessings in the Mangala Sutta? 38, 37, 36, 39. How many blessings?
38.
38. Thank you, Jerian.
38.
Yes, correct. 38 blessings of 38 blessings of Mangala Sutta. All right. All of the following are true about Pacceka Buddha except what? Wait, let me make it smaller.
What is it?
All of the following are true about the Pacceka Buddha except what? Only one Pacceka Buddha arises at a time. To become a Pacceka Buddha, one should practice 10 perfections. He attains enlightenment without any outside spiritual assistance. He had cultivated for a number of kapas. Which one is not true about the Pacceka Buddha?
Oh my gosh, this one's a hard one.
Erina says it's C. Jadrian says it's
See, I think so.
Okay.
This one I'm not sure.
Doris, you have the answer? D, D is A, okay. C, okay. The correct answer is Walter's answer. The correct answer is Walter's answer. A, the answer is A, Walter's answer. To become a Pachika Buddha, one should practice the 10 perfections. That is true. That is true. You have to practice the 10 perfections, okay? The Pachika Buddha attains enlightenment without any outside spiritual assistance. Also true. Okay, also true. The Pachika Buddha had cultivated for a number of kalpas. Also true. You have to cultivate for many, many lives. That's true. What is not true is only one Pachika Buddha arises at a time. This is not true. This applies not to the Pachika Buddha. This applies to the Samma Sambuddha. Samma Sambuddha, only one Samma Sambuddha arises at a time. Okay. All right, you can go and look at the past year questions. I'll go and practice. Go and practice. All right. Good. Okay, let me stop here now. Okay. All right. Actually, that is the end for today. Do we have any? Do we have any questions? Wait, let's see. Okay.
No.
Okay, so wait, hang on. So
Yes.
we have, okay, we are approaching the end of the class already. So just a few notes of administrative issues. Okay, so number one, we'll be posting more information and resources in the WhatsApp group. So if you want to ask more questions, feel free to, you can ask in the WhatsApp group. We are posting it. If you are not yet in the WhatsApp group and you want to add into the WhatsApp group, please feel free to reach out to us. Yeah? You can contact me, Wei Ken, or you can contact Brother Chiwa. Okay, all right. We can add you into the WhatsApp group. Okay. You can also, we will also share the slides with you, the past year questions with you, also in the WhatsApp group. All right. For those who are taking the senior paper, I'll be making some notes in these few days, and then you can also gain access to the notes. But don't worry, those of you who are taking the senior paper, you're very smart, so you can also refer to the textbook. Okay, look at the past year questions. Okay, all right. Do you have anything else? That's it for now. Right. Okay. Let me quickly.
That's cool.
Okay, Isaac, cool. Thank you for your message in the Zoom chat. So Zhihua, you can add him into the group. All right. And then also Brother Isaac, you can actually sign up. You can actually sign up through the Google registration form. Then you can also we can also have your information. So you can sign up through the Google registration form. Then we can add you into the group. All right. If you're not in the group, please let us know. We can add you in the group. All right. Okay, so that's all for today. I have covered a bit about the preliminary level and the junior level. Okay, quite comprehensive already, right? Quite comprehensive. If you have more questions, ask in the WhatsApp group. Start practicing the past year questions today. Start or tomorrow maybe. Okay, start doing the past year questions. All right, do the past year questions, and then if you have questions, ask in the group. We are all in this together. All the students and teachers will help you. Okay, will help you, and then ask your questions in the group. Okay. All right. Let's see. Isaac says, can still register for the exam? I don't think so, right, Brother Jiwa? I don't think so. Okay, the question for the registration for the exam is closed this year. So it's okay. You can start learning now. Then you can take the exam next year. Okay, good. No worries, no worries. Okay, Sister Juliana asked, any revision for higher level? Wow, this one a bit tough. Sister Juliana, let me look at the higher level paper. And then I see if I can help. I'm not sure yet. Okay. All right. Okay. Are there any other questions?
Teacher, can we surely leave already?
Oh, okay. Hang on. Okay. Okay. Some of you need to leave. Okay. So let us take a group picture, and then those who need to leave, you can leave. Okay. Let's take a group picture now. Then then we can.
Camera.
Yes. Need to open camera. Correct. Need to open camera. All right. Let us wait for 1 minute. Okay, so while we're waiting for everyone to open the camera, let me just answer Jadrian's question very quickly about the 8 precepts. So the reason why we want to do the 8 precepts, okay, we want to take 8 precepts is two reasons. Answer Jadrian now. Number one, the first reason is because we want to undertake a more intensive practice. In order to quiet the senses. Okay, number 2, we want to imitate the Arahants. Okay, these are the 2 reasons we want to practice the 8 precepts. Number 1, we want to undertake a more intensive practice because we want to quiet the senses. When we quiet the senses, it is a good practice for us to practice samadhi. Okay, the second reason is because we want to imitate the Arahants. We want to practice and conduct ourselves like the Arahants. So we practice the 8 precepts or even the 10 precepts. Okay. All right. So this is the short answer to Jadrian's question. All right. Good. I want to mention one thing. Yeah. The Dhamma is a path of imitation, not information. I repeat. The Dhamma is a path of imitation, not information. Many people think that the Dhamma is all about collecting information. Oh, I need to know a lot of things, and I read a lot of books. That is important. Information is important. I'm not saying don't read books. Read books. You need to have the information, but that is not the essence of the Dhamma. The essence of the Dhamma is transformation. How do we transform ourselves? We imitate the Buddha. We learn from the Buddha. We let the Buddha and the Arahants be our example. Okay. Erlina, after we take picture, I'll answer your question. Okay. All right. Everyone, Zhihua will also take a picture, right? Okay, so Zhihua, you can also take picture. I can also take picture. All right. So I have 2 screens here. So everyone just smile, hold your smile for a few seconds. Okay, brothers and sisters, I'm going to count down 5 seconds. You can look in the camera and smile. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, my second screen. Okay, smile again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, I have taken the pictures. You have taken it, Brother Jiwa? Okay, good. Okay, thank you. So, let's do a short closing. Closing, and then after that you can leave. If you want to stay back for further questions, also can. I will show Erlina the senior paper.
Bye bye. 谢谢老师.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for your attention and for listening to this class. I hope that we strive with diligence, and if there are any questions, we're happy to help you. All right. So I would like to dedicate this merit to all of you. May you have success in the examination, and may you have diligence in your practice and your effort. All right. So may all beings be well and happy. Sukhi hontu. Take care. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. All right. Thank you. Those of you who need to, you can leave now if you need to leave. If you want to stay back, you can stay back for questions. Okay.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Jadrian. Sukhi hontu, everyone. Okay. Now, let me just share my screen very quickly to show Erlina the paper. She wants to know how does the senior paper look like. Wait, where is the senior paper?
Teacher, can I really quit already, or there's
Yes,
further information?
you may leave now. You may leave now.
Is there any further information?
Nope, not for today. Next week we'll have further information. Yep.
Dhamma. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. All right, Erlina, you're still here, right? Okay, good. Let me share my screen. You can see my screen. Okay, so this is the senior stage paper, yeah, Erlina. And then you have 2 hours to write 4 essays. Do you like to write essays? Multiple choice questions, okay, 20 questions. And after that, you have 12 questions. You choose 4 questions, all right? So part A, you choose 1 question. Part B, you choose 1 question. Part C, you choose 1 question. Part D, you choose 1 question. Okay, let me give examples. For example, what are the 4 sites? What is their impact on the Buddha's view of life? You have to explain the story in the Buddha's life. Okay. Another example. What is the Buddha's teaching on cause and effect? How does this teaching relate to our lives? Okay. So these are the essay questions. Boleh, understand?
So we have to connect all 4 of them together in one essay?
No. You write 4 essays. You write 4 essays, not connect all 4. For each question, you write 1 essay. So you have to write 4 essays all together. Yeah. Correct? Yeah. Choose 1 question from each part. Okay. So these are examples of the past year. So the format is like this, brothers and sisters. The part A is about the Buddha. Part B is about the Dhamma. Part C is about the Sangha. And part D is about our Buddhist practice. So that's the format now for the essay questions. So actually, if you, to be honest, if you can write about the virtues of the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, you can pass the paper already. You memorize the 9 virtues of the Buddha, you memorize the virtues of the Dhamma, you memorize the virtues of Sangha, then you can write on that, you can answer the question already. You have to memorize iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vidya charana sampano. Then you can write in elaborate on the stories. Then you can answer the questions. Okay. All right. Any more? Joyen asked a question. Joyen asked a question. Where can we find the answers to the past year papers? We will share we'll share the link in the WhatsApp group, Joyen. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at the chat box now. Siok Cheng says, what is the meaning of A to J? Sister Lai Hui Xuan, do you want to answer that?
Brother Waken, Sister Lai has answered already.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sister Lai. So thank you, Brother Waken.
Sister Erlina says this is bad. Don't worry, Erlina. Next year you are taking senior paper. This year you're not taking senior paper. Erlina, if you are worried, I promise you, okay, I give you private tuition, free one, okay. I give you private tuition to support you for the exam. Don't worry. Free tuition, okay. Okay. Walter says, may I know for junior stage for a manual of Buddhism need to study at least till chapter 10, right? Okay, let me check. Let me check. Manual of Buddhism. For junior paper, you need to know until passing away, until parinibbana. Chapter 10, correct. Chapter 10. Wait, Brother Walter, for the preliminary level, for the section on the Buddha's life, for the junior level, you have to read until chapter 10, correct. But chapter 11 and chapter 12 and 13, you need to know also for the Dhamma part, for the Dhamma section. You need to know the 4 Noble Truths. You need to know about Kusala Karma and Akusala Karma. And you need to know about rebirth. Understand? So for the Dhamma, you need to read until chapter 13. Chapter 13. Chapter 13. All right? And then you also need to read chapter 17 and chapter 19. Chapter 17 is the 3 counsels and chapter 19 is the Mangala Sutta. Okay? For the junior level. All right. There is a brother or sister B. He or she said, please add this number in the WhatsApp group. All right, Brother Chiwa, please take note. Thank you. Juliana says, I also want private tuition. Oh, higher paper. I check first. This one I'm not sure. Okay. Sister Mary Ann says, are the virtues of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha still in the syllabus for senior paper? The answer is yes, it is in the syllabus. Let me check the senior stage. Let me confirm. Yes. Still in the syllabus. I think so. I mean, I see the syllabus. It looks like it's still in the syllabus. The life of the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. I believe so. I'm not sure. I hope so. I look at the syllabus, it looks like it. Yeah. Does that help, Sister Marianne? Yeah. Okay. All right. Don't worry, everyone. Don't worry. If you do your practice well, you will succeed. And anyway, this is every year, so don't worry. Next year you can take the exam again. Okay. Any more questions?
One more quick question.
Joanne?
Yeah, just now you talked about how the terms for like the general Dhamma, like the Dhamma Raja, Dhamma Sevapati, right? What is the word for the treasurer? Dhamma what?
Oh, good question. Good question. I forgot. Whoops. Anyone knows the answer? Thanks for the question, Joanne. I forgot the answer. Does anyone know the answer? Anyone here? Let me.
It's not
Very good question, Joanne. Wow, Joanne, now you know how to ask the tough questions.
Okay, we can come back to this next week.
Yeah. Wait. I'm almost there. Okay. Dhamma Bhandagarika.
It helps spell.
Wait, I'm typing in the chat now.
Thanks.
Dhamma Bhandagarika, treasurer of the Dhamma. Irina says, are there levels higher than senior level? Yes, there's one more higher level. It's called higher. Higher level. Higher, and then higher is the highest level. Okay. All right. Thank you, Joanne. Thanks for the question. Very good question. Sister Lina asked, how about the passing marks for each level? Wow. Last year, I think I got answered this, right? Jiwa, do you know the answer? What are the passing marks for each level?
I think it's half, 50-50.
50%, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I checked. Let me confirm this, Sister Lina, and then I'll get back to you. Okay.
Do we get a grade? Or
Oh, yes, you do get a grade. You have like distinction, A, B, C. Yeah, you have a grade. You have a grade.
All right.
So if you, let's say this year you score, I don't know what's the grade, maybe you score a B. You might want to aim for an A next year. You can. You do get a grade. You do get a grade.
So, if A is like same like normal exam, 80 to 100 marks, right?
Something like that. Maybe about 80 or 90 to 100, around there. Yeah.
Can I share the grade for the exam? I just have the PPT.
Good. Please. Sister Lai, yeah, Sister Lai, yes, please. Thank you. Walter says, for the fill up the blank session, do we? Okay. All right. Oh, thank you. So A1 to A2 distinction, merit, pass, and fail. So you need to pass the exam to get the co-curricular marks. For those who are students, if you want to get the co-curricular marks, you need to pass the exam. Fail, no marks. Just let you know. Yeah. So okay. Do you have the marks, Sister Huishan, like 80 marks, 80 score, 80, 90? Don't have.
I asked before. They said they will depends on how the students answering the question and scoring.
Oh, I see. So it depends on the percentage of the students.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the bell shape.
On the bell curve. Yeah. Okay, I understand. Okay. So don't worry. All you all just need to do your best. Don't worry about the score. If you have already passed the higher level, you can come to further training. You can, Brother Weiken can train you to be Dhamma speaker. then next year I don't need to teach anymore. Next year you can come and teach the exam tutorial. So if you have passed the higher stage, don't worry. There's higher level for you. I can give you extra exams also. Dhamma speaking exam. Okay. Erlina asks, is the highest level extremely difficult? Sister Erlina, don't worry. If you find it difficult, I will give you free tuition. I will support you to pass the exam. Don't worry, okay? Erlina, you are in Mahindrama Pali School, right? Am I right? So you don't actually need Brother Weiken. All the Sunday Dhamma school teachers in Mahindrama School is very, very good. Yeah, they are very, very skillful to help you pass the exam. You don't even need my tuition. Your Dhamma school teachers are very good. They can help you. Yeah.
And the thing is not in I don't understand.
Okay. Erlina, don't worry. Next year, if you want extra help, I can help you. You can book a session with me. You can just text me. I would like to book a time with you, 2 hours. You help me or you can send me your answers. I can grade your essay answers. Okay. So don't worry.
What?
Don't worry. We are all very helpful. Don't worry.
Is there a limit to write how many words?
Don't have limit. The limit is only the time. Time limit. The word limit don't have limit. The time limit got limit. Yeah. So you have to write one essay in about 20 to 25 minutes. Yeah. Because you have 2 hours, 4 essays. So you have to finish one essay in about 20 to 25 minutes. Yeah, let you know. Erlina, you did well in your exam last year, I assume. Okay only.
But I think okay only.
Okay only. So never mind. Focus on this year first, Erlina. Okay, focus on this year, junior level. Try to score the best, distinction A. Then next year we can think about the senior level. Okay, don't worry. We are very helpful. Yeah. Okay. Good. I think that's it, right? Okay. That's all. Any other thoughts, Sister Lina, Sister Lai? Okay. Thank you, brother, and everyone. See you. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay. So yeah, that's it for tonight. We will see you again next week. Questions, post in WhatsApp group. All right. Suki Hontu, take care. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Brother Weekend.
Thank you, sister.
See you all.
All right. Thank you, Brother Chiwa, also for the administration and for the Zoom operation. All right.